So usually it's frowned upon to put words in the mouth of someone else, but one Canadian journalist is doing just that, literally, to the Prime Minister. But it's not what you think. Lucas Meyer is lending his impersonation of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to The Simpsons, and the episode is titled, and here's my best Homer impression, Don't Canada. And it will be airing this Sunday. So tonight I'm joined, as you can see, by Lucas Meyer. He's right here in Toronto. Lucas, this sounds like a pretty exciting opportunity. How does it feel to join the family of Springfield?
It's still quite surreal. This is a secret that I've been keeping close to the vest since September. You know, now that it's come out, it's been quite overwhelming, the response. Everyone's been extremely positive and very, very complimentary, very gracious. It's been very humbling. And I still find myself difficult to kind of verbalize and put into words what it means, especially for a show, as you mentioned. I mean, for me, I was one of those kids whose father said, you cannot watch the show, which of course made me want to watch it even more growing up as a kid. So it's very, very surreal. Okay,
so you've got to walk us through how this all came about, especially for the people who also do good Homer Simpson impressions, like I just demonstrated right now. But
that was excellent.
How did this all happen?
Well, back in November of 2017, I put together an impressions video at the prodding of some of my colleagues back during my time in Calgary. And just for fun, you know, because I've been doing them for colleagues and family of friends for a very long time. And so he's like, just put together a video. I said, okay. So I put together that first one, and that got some nice positive reaction, and then a second. But this all happened, as I mentioned, in September when I was at home, and I got an email in my inbox, and it was from the casting producer of the show, and said, hello, Mr. Meyer. We have an episode in mind kind of based in Canada with a part involving the Prime Minister. We came across your videos. We were very impressed. Would you be interested in a phone audition? And after my wife and I picked up my jaw off the floor, we, of course, said yes and had a phone audition that day. And then they said, okay, we'll let you know in a week. And the next day, they said that, well, you must have been quite impressive because we're giving you the gig. And so I voiced it about a week later here in Toronto, and the rest is history.
As they say, and we're going to have to look forward to watching this episode. I wonder how much input did you really get into the content of the show, given that you were the voice of the Prime Minister?
I can firmly say absolutely not. This was, and I should make it very clear, Aarti, I am in no way kind of the star of this episode. I voiced two scenes. I think one is might be getting a cut. It's a handful of lines. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on. I had no part in the script. You know, certainly when I ran my lines with the Simpsons, they were like, okay, do it this way, try it this way, and does that feel good? But in terms of the actual content and the writing, absolutely no part whatsoever, which is probably a good thing. But it's going to be new for me. I mean, I haven't actually seen any of the footage, so it's very exciting for me as well.
Now, Lucas, you knew I was going to ask you this,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I mean, I can't keep our viewers in suspense any longer. Please give us your best, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Well, why don't we go into real context, and what's a question you would like to ask?
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we keep it simple for the purposes here, so that we don't get too controversial. But how about, you know, did you call to congratulate the new president of Ukraine?
We continue to have a very constructive relationship with all world leaders. I congratulate the newly elected president, as I do all new heads of state, and we look forward as the government of Canada to continue to build upon our positive relationships with all European, Asian, all countries around the world moving forward.
Wow, bravo. I wish I had an entire newsroom here to give you a round of applause. That was amazing. So how did you nail the Prime Minister like that? How did you manage to get his impersonation down so well?
You know, it's really, it comes down to whether it's, you know, the Prime Minister or other ones that I'm kind of known for, whether it's, you know, Naheed Nenshi in Calgary or you know, the president or Don Cherry, et cetera, you kind of try to find those little idiosyncrasies and those little things that kind of help. And again, I'm not a professional in any any kind of the word. But you do try to find the little things that kind of make a difference. So specifically with the Prime Minister, the difference between when he's speaking with prepared remarks as opposed to when we're in scrums, like myself, and it's more of a Q&A, and how you can kind of lift up his arms, and of course the eyebrow, those little things, and you can find those in all sorts of different impressions, or at least when you're trying to perfect them. And so when you put them all together, hopefully I pull it off.
I do wonder, did the Prime Minister reach out to you yet, now that he knows that you're going around impersonating him on a cartoon institution?
I've had a very busy day, but I have not gotten a call from the PMO, nor am I expecting one, to be honest. And of course, I had a little bit of an exchange with him on February 7th, the day that the SNC-Lavalin story hit. That day, in his first media availability, we had a little bit of an exchange over the way that he was categorizing the reporting by the Globe and Mail. So this really is kind of a full circle experience. So I have not gotten a call, and nor do I really expect one either. Although it is all, and this is truly sincere, it is all in good fun. Even the people who I have done impressions of, who I've met, Naheed Nenshi is one of them, and we've had our exchanges as well, but he's always had a good sense of humor about it. And so I just genuinely hope that everybody has a good laugh on Sunday. I hope I pull it off.
Well, we are sure that you are going to have a viewing party of some sort. Thank you so much, Lucas, for joining us. Lucas Meyer is a journalist, and his impression of Prime Minister Trudeau will be on The Simpsons this Sunday. Thanks for joining us right here in Toronto, Lucas.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.